They make whiskey in Arizona? What's the deal with Arizona whiskey? Is it good? Let's find out.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So today I have 4 Arizona whiskeys here to bring to the table to give my reviews on, as well as a cocktail that I'm gonna make. It's gonna be the Arizona Old Fashioned, and I'm gonna use my favorite of these 4 to make that cocktail. And we're gonna begin by talking about this one. I saw this bottle at my local Total Wine, and it says, Fossil Creek whiskey is made with grain to bottle in our Tempe distillery using corn, wheat, and rye grains. So no malt. And I thought, oh, that's weird. I kind of like that idea. Let's try that out. And I brought this home, and I hate this bottle. No offense to the people like it. I don't really like to talk crap about bottles, but we're talking about Arizona whiskey here. And I feel like this is an important part of my journey to enjoy some Arizona whiskeys, because when I bought this, I realized, I thought, oh, Arizona whiskey sucks. And that's just not true. I particularly didn't like this bottle. However, they make another product called Peralta Bourbon, which is excellent. Very fun. It is a bourbon that is a twist on the traditional bourbon with a few specialty grains to create chocolate and spice notes. A gentle nest in new charred barrels adds a flavor of caramel and vanilla and melds the whole endeavor together. Bottled at 90 proof, yet remarkably smooth, it has reward any bourbon connoisseur will quality to the spirit. When I tasted this, I thought for sure that they added cocoa to this. It's so chocolatey, but it is a really good bottle. It's got a weird flavor if you're used to, your standard bourbons that don't really have a chocolatey flavor to it. But this is definitely one I recommend. Very solid bottle. Next up, I got this Santan. This is a rye finished in Madeira casks, and the transparency on these bottles is really nice because all of these are crafted and bottled, crafted, aged, and bottled in Arizona. None of them are sourced, and it's aged in oak, finished in hand-selected wine barrels, proudly crafted and hand-bottled in Arizona. So this Sacred Stave Rye is a pretty decent bottle of rye, and it's not a very expensive bottle of rye. It's about 30 bucks, and pretty decent bottle of rye. It does have a little bit of a wine finish where you get a little bit of some grape notes. It's got a little bit of black pepper and a lot of warming spices with a slight butterscotch note to it. Really solid bottle. Would recommend, would not recommend, and would totally recommend, which we're coming to my favorite bottle of Arizona whiskey, and this is made right here in my hometown of Tucson, Arizona. This is Delbach Dorado. This is mesquite smoked. This is single malt whiskey, 90 proof, and it is excellent. It is a mesquite smoke flavor bomb. It's got a little bit of tobacco on it. It's got a little bit of a Islay Scotch smoked meat flavor to it. It is a wonderful bourbon. It is a wonderful whiskey for people who like Scotch. And you guys know I like Scotch, but I'm not a huge Scotch guy. But I feel like this is maybe a bridge to someone who might like Scotch but doesn't like bourbon, because it does have a little bit of a bourbon characteristic to me. I get a little bit of that caramel and vanilla notes that I get from a bourbon. But yeah, for me, this is one of my favorite whiskeys. I love this stuff. Highly recommend you pick up a bottle if you can find it in your area. And got Whiskey Delbach. Now, I thought it'd be fun to highlight this Whiskey Delbach to make the Arizona Old Fashioned. And we are going to do that in this glass here. And we're gonna begin by, I made some homemade syrup. Now, the way I did this was equal parts honey and water, and I added a bunch of freshly cracked black pepper to this. I wanted to bring an extra note of pepper to help complement the slight pepper notes that are on this one, and I also thought the honey flavor would help complement the mesquite as well as the smoked meat flavors going on in this. We're gonna begin by doing a 1/2 ounce of this honey black pepper simple syrup. Half ounce. I know that sounds like a lot, but it is an old fashioned here. You do want to bring in some sweetness. Half ounce of that. And to that, we are going to do 1.5 ounces of our whiskey Delbach. Hope this doesn't kill my bottle. I'd be so sad. I need to go buy another one. They do have it at Costco currently. Probably should have bought it today while I was there. It's about $42 at Costco. It's a little bit more than that at the grocery stores around here, but I don't know what it would be outside of the state of Arizona, but at $42, it's a steal. It's a really solid bottle. Let's grab some ice and we'll stir this. All right, drinking buddies, let's give this a stir. And I'm gonna pour this over ice. I'm gonna go ahead and strain it since I got the black pepper chunks in it. And to the top of this, I wanted to add a couple dashes of orange bitters. They do grow citrus trees here in Arizona, so I thought a little citrus note would be a nice addition. The Arizona Old Fashioned. Oh yeah. Oh man. Mesquite is still the prominent flavor. It really comes through. And that is local mesquite honey that I used, so it's gonna have a little mesquite note too. They really complement each other well. Yeah, I get a lot of smoked meat off this. I get there's a little bit of a cinnamon quality. The black pepper is subtle, but it's there. Oh yeah, it literally drinks like I'm drinking a wonderful syrup. Even with the ice, it's got a syrupy texture to it. Honey, mesquite, black pepper all come through nicely, which is what I wanted to do. And the orange comes to play a little bit and gives it a little bit of a nice citrus finish from the orange bitters. Drinking buddies, if you can find Whiskey Delbach's Dorado mesquite smoked whiskey in your area, buy it and make this cocktail, or just drink it neat, which is pretty darn good too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.